On the hour, rugbyleague.com news. Brought to you by Thomson Reuters, the global leader for news.
Coming up, Raiders beat the Roosters, Panthers down Parramatta, and the Wars hold on against Souths. Alex Johnson cracks 200 tries in the top grade as he edges closer to Ken Irvine's all-time record, and the Catalan Dragons reeling after another flogging after Leeds sneak home against Wakefield. But first up, in the final game of round 13 in the NRL, Canberra just edged out the Roosters in Sydney, 26-24, the final score in a cracking match at Allianz Stadium, where the Roosters led 12-4 at half-time. For the victorious Green Machine, who've now gone to second place on the table, tries to Xavier Savage, Simi Sasangi, Hudson Young, Joe Tarpany and Ethan Strange, and with the boot, Ethan Sanders with 3 goals. And for the Tricolours, Mark Ngawanganitawase, James Tedesco, Daniel Tupou and Robert Toya, the try scorers, and Sandon Smith with 4 goals. The crowd, 17,223. Earlier, Penrith climbed off the bottom of the table by getting over the top of Parramatta. In the Battle of the West, the Panthers scored 3 tries to Paras 2. It was actually a home game for the 4-time defending premiers at CommBank Stadium, where the Panthers led 6-4 at the break. Casey McLean, Thomas Jenkins and Brian To'o, the try scorers for the Panthers. Nathan Cleary with 3 goals. And for the Eels, Sean Russell and Josh Adokar, the try scorers. Zach Lomax, the 1 goal. The crowd, 21,282. And that result, by the way, lifting Penrith to 14th place in front of Newcastle, Parramatta and the Gold Coast. Earlier, the Warriors beat South Sydney in one of the best games of the season so far, 36-30. The Wars beating the Bunnies at Homebush. The highlight for Souths coming when veteran Alex Johnson scored his 200th try in the top grade. He's only the second player to do that in premiership history and edging closer to that all-time record held by the great Ken Irvine. Johnson actually got a hat-trick for Souths, tries also to Keon Kalamatangi and Latrell Mitchell, and with the boot, Mitchell with 5 goals. For the Warriors, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck with a double, tries also to Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, Rocco Berry, Chance Nickel-Kluxter, Lika Halasima and Luke Metcalf, and Metcalf also with 4 goals. The Warriors up 14-12 at the break, and the crowd 16,237. In the Northern Hemisphere, there's been more carnage for the Catalan Dragons in Super League, this time getting touched up 34-0 by Hull FC in the game that we call Live and Free on rugbyleague.com from Perpignan. That's now 3 games on the trot in which the Dragons have failed to trouble the scorers and along the way conceding a staggering 122 points. In the north of England, Leeds finished with 12 men after the sin-binning of James Bentley, but held on against Wakefield, 22-18, the final score at Headingley. The Rhinos now third on the table. In the Championship, Widnes edged out the Broncos 12-10 in London after Toulouse won 30 points to 14 up at Batley. And finally, in Women's Super League, Wigan won 34-12 at Leeds. I'm Jason Costigan, and that's the latest in news on rugbyleague.com.